All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Level Up with Katina, and I have one phenomenal, and I've been waiting for this all day. One phenomenal artist. Oh, I can't even. I'm so excited. I'm sitting here just like waiting. I'm like waiting. But with further ado, I would love to introduce Darnel Alexander to the Level Up with Katina talk show. Welcome to our show. We are super excited.
Katina, I am very happy to be here with you today, and thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, no, we're definitely honored. And so I would like to start off with you have been on this journey for over 20 some odd years. If I'm not correct, going into
It's like
30
30
years,
years.
correct?
It's
30
like 30
years.
years, which just sounds weird to me because I feel like I'm 30
But
sometimes.
I mean, but it's been what, over 30 years? Like
Yeah, I
over,
mean, I started really doing music professionally in '92, back in Seattle, a group called Third Level, and we
right?
were messing around with Sir Mix-a-Lot's crew, trying to make something happen, and that's really where I got my start.
Wow. Now, Darnell, what made you decide that you wanted to do music? Like what got you into music?
I've always just music and me have an emotional connection. So, music for me as a teenager was really kind of what got me through life. Just it's therapy. It was therapy. So I was able to just go around the neighborhood, being on the bus like Tyrese singing. Um, but you know what I mean? But that was my
Yeah.
therapy, and that's really, what um, always stuck with me until I decided to do it professionally. But it's just something that I'm super passionate about and have always been. It makes me feel some type of way, and just can't let it go. So I thought let's try to find a way to make this everything it can be.
Oh, that is amazing. And so what I've read about you is that you started what in talent shows, like in high school?
Yeah, I started in
Yeah.
high school talent shows. I mean, I
Yeah.
wasn't sing I used to go to church and I'd listen to everybody sing in church, but I was a shy kid, so I was like, I just sit back and enjoy the talent. Folks get up there doing their thing. But in high school, I had buddies of mine that I used to mess around with in the hood, and we, go around beatboxing, and they'd be
Yeah.
rapping and whatnot. And I didn't even sing out in the streets then, but then when I did start singing in talent shows, then that's kind of when I knew that I had something that I could do something with.
Wow. Now, particularly in high school or in your school years, like what was your original heart? Like was it R&B? Was it
Yeah,
just like you were
it's always
it
been
was
R&B.
all yeah.
It's always been R&B, and it's R&B
Yeah.
till this day. My mom raised me on LTD, Heat Wave, Luther,
Yeah.
Peabo Bryce, and Stevie Wonder. All that stuff is still like my core. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's where it came from.
Wow. And so after high school, so tell us a little bit about your path. So you joined some groups.
Yep, Third Level was the first one, and then that was very short lived, and then
Yeah.
Second Nature was a little bit, a little bit less short-lived. I had about a 2-year stint with them, and we
Okay.
had a lot of great experiences touring with Boyz II Men, Patti LaBelle. Met a lot of cool people on the road. Montel Jordan.
Wow.
Even at the weirdest experiences, we went to do some college gigs and met 98 degrees, but before they were 98 degrees, they were Fahrenheit. It's like, what? You know what I mean?
Well,
You can't make this up.
you can,
So a lot of cool experiences in that
yeah.
2-year period of performing. Even got a chance to perform at some of the parties around the Super Bowl in '95 in Phoenix. So that was really my first look into um, doing music as a career.
Oh, wow. And so when you look back on that journey, so if you look at like LaBelle, Peabo Bryson, and other, these phenomenal legends that you've actually walked the walk with, like for you as an artist, like you're coming up artist, you're on the stage or you're with these legends, like how did you feel? Like, did you know, like, did you say like, okay, I can do this, I can do this. Was it hard? Like, give us like your mindset of like what was it like to like inspire you to keep going? Like did they give you
You
a
know,
boost or like what
it's
was it?
it's really interesting. So back then, I had zero confidence.
Oh,
So at that time, I just didn't want it to end. But you know, those experiences I held on to
Yeah.
So, in later in life, look back on those to say to myself, okay, so you were there, you've done all this stuff. Really appreciate that. Really respect the fact that you were allowed those opportunities,
Yeah.
and use that as a catalyst to propel your new, newly found success. As of last year, from going viral on TikTok to take this to where I truly believe it should be.
Wow. And so what would you tell upcoming like independent artists? So if they had that opportunity, like what advice would you give them? Like even if they come across someone, for the legends like you have, or even if they haven't, like what would you say to them to keep them level-minded, level-headed? What would you say? What would you say to
Well,
them?
they're all people, just all of us, like all of us.
Yeah.
They're just people that just so happen to have a talent in the genre or in the lane that you're in.
Yeah.
What I would tell those people is remember, you know, it's you. You're the person who's bringing this to the table. You've got to really trust and believe that God, sent you here for a purpose.
Right.
We're not doing this just to, of course we want to make a good living, but we were blessed with a gift to be able to share with people. And those are the people who are going to help you get to where you want to go. Those people who love and, listen to you, comment on your Instagram or Facebook. These are the people who are the reason why we're here. And I think the humility and remembering that is what's going to help people have more longevity.
No, I totally agree. And the thing about it too is that when you look at this day and age, I mean, it's saturated. I mean, there's artists everywhere,
There's
and
so much
even like
talent out there.
it's so much talent. And for like independent artists, even the ones that I'm coming across, it's kind of like they're trying to get that opportunity like to shine, to like go to different
Oh
venues to
yeah,
showcase.
yep,
They're trying to make it just like everybody else.
right.
Like what is your experience coming up as an independent artist like that gave you that one like pop to where okay, I'm taking off, sky's the limit.
The Apollo really did that for me, and that was a
Okay.
surprise. So the last time I was at the Apollo was with Second Nature, my R&B group, and
Okay.
that was in 1995.
Oh,
And it just so happened Dwight, a guy who runs the Apollo, they came across my some of my videos earlier this year. The year has not ended yet, but earlier this year, and they needed someone to come in and step in and do the Luther Vandross tribute, and I couldn't believe it. So,
wow.
I think kind of, they say God orders, His steps for you, and that was
Always.
really one that came through and told me, okay, whatever's going on in your head and whatever's going on in your life, just know that there's a direction that you're going in that is the
Yeah.
right way to go. Just keep rolling. So I take a lot of pleasure in just creating music to make people feel the way I used to feel when I heard music growing up.
Wow. And so if you look at your childhood versus where you are now, what inspired you to do Luther Vandross? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, Luther was always like in my heart. I always felt like when he was singing, that was me. That was my
Yeah.
life. I was like, oh, wait for love. I'm waiting forever, man. Come on now.
Like,
You
where's
know,
love? Where is it? No, no.
if only for one night. That's all I'm getting is one night. But for real though, his
Yeah.
music really spoke to me.
Yeah.
His sound more than anything. My mom took me to his concert, and that was one of the first concerts that I went to as a youth, and I'll never forget it. And he sounded better than the record. It touched my soul, and it stuck with me ever since then.
Wow. So is there any other particular artist that you do tributes to besides Luther?
Sometimes when I go out on the road, they want me to just do a variety, so I'll do a little bit of um, Jeffrey Osborne with LTD
Okay.
and Teddy Pendergrass, and those are, it's like those are the guys who kind of hit my range because I'm a
Yeah.
baritone. I love People Bryson to death, but that man,
Oh, he's amazing.
he's a tenor to the for real. So, but I can maybe take it a few steps down, but that's the crackling of the record. I can still hear it to this day. I'm so into you. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's just magic. The
Right.
music from back then was magical, and that's what I remember from those times.
Wow. And if you look at like today's, for you because you've been everywhere. So if you look at like today's genres, today's music, like what would you say? Like eh,
You
what would
know,
it be? Like what would you say?
I know what you're trying to say, and I mean, music is changing, and
Yeah.
there's nothing we can really do about it because music has always changed and
Yeah.
evolved. I'm just trying to keep that classic sound in people's minds, even though they're jamming out to the sounds of like SZA and
Kendrick
you know
Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar and all that.
Yeah.
I just want them to remember where the real depth of music came from, and the people who who the youthful people who listen to that. I want them to just kind of be like, oh, that's that's what real singing is. And of course, our generation, they love it. They just eat it up because they're like, this is, we're
Right.
losing all the greats. Thank God for somebody to come out here and represent them,
Oh,
in a good way.
absolutely. And for you, Darnell, to represent Luther, I'm telling you, I've listened to him from I think as long as I can actually understand the language. But you're definitely right because even though music and sound, so I'm gonna flip it a little bit. So even
Yeah,
instrumental. So of course Kenny G,
yeah,
instrumental, when you talk about Peabo Bryson and you
yeah,
got that saxophone, oh my God,
yeah,
instrumental. And
yeah,
what you just said was that music back that they delivered and still continue to deliver, there's nothing else like it. You can shape it, twist it. You could do whatever. Luther Vandross, you can do whatever to these legends' music.
yeah,
It's never going to be another one of any one of them. But
yeah,
I agree. And I think that a lot of our younger generation is actually catching on to that, if you agree with me or not. And I
yep,
think they're using their style and their language to bring it back out in a whole different way, even though
yeah,
it's not theirs,
yeah.
but
The
they're
things.
they're trying to mix it into where they're trying to bring the older style music back. Not older, it's
They
great
have an
music, but
appreciation. I think they have an
yeah,
appreciation for it, and they're just basically saying, I grew up with this. This is what I do, but this is where it came from.
that's
So,
right.
they're still vibing the way that they know how because that's who they are from what they were raised on.
Yeah,
And I think it's cool that that they still reference some of the greats in their music. So, I mean, you know, for me, it's like I realize it's like my goal is to be another one of the greats. We're losing them fast and furious,
yes, man, wow,
and and especially for on the men's side because it's all about the health, taking
right,
care of yourself,
yeah.
and we're losing more of them than we are the women. So I'm just you know working to put myself in that arena so that I can continue to deliver what the greats have done in the past, bringing that to present day.
Wow, and you're doing exactly that. And like you said, not even with just Luther, all the other, like some of the cover songs that I've
Oh
heard, I'm
yeah,
like, did
Babyface, O'Brien.
Babyface, yeah,
That was a reach back when I did O'Brien. I was like, that was that. A lot of these people are my favorite artists when I was growing up. So
yeah,
I don't know if they realize it, but I highlight them because their music touched me in a way that I feel like I want to give back and and keep their magic,
yeah.
in the forefront of people's minds.
Wow. And so have you started to tour internationally? Are you still in the United States or
Still in the U.S. and I'll
okay,
be in the U.K. March 2026,
okay.
mid March. I'll be doing probably like I'll be there. Probably be over there for a week, but I got 3 spots that I'm going to hit up, and I'll be sure
Wow.
to post. I'll be sure to hit up. I'll be sure to post where I'm going to be and the date.
Yeah.
So, but I've been literally in my DMs or just the comments letting people know, hey, stay tuned. I'm going to tell you when we're going to do that because I think that's going to be epic. Yeah, I'm just trying to brace myself for that.
Right. And you know what? And Epic is not even you haven't even touched the surface with Epic because when you bring even like you're bringing your style here in the United States, I mean the song Amazing, of course. You're
Yeah,
amazing. And so when you start touching that UK, you
yeah,
got to watch out because I think you're going to be a household name over there. You're
yeah.
not going to be disappointed.
I'm looking forward to it, and there's nothing better than performing in front of a group of people who just truly embrace good music.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, you're phenomenal. And so if you could pick any song that you like, this is my number one. I don't care. I don't care if I like everybody under the sun. What's your favorite song that like you take to heart that just takes you home?
Oh, a house is not a home by no stretch of the imagination. That song is what I used to sing in talent shows to like ensure that I'd either place or win.
Wow. Can we hear a little bit of it?
Still in love. Let me see if I can add a little extra. I said, still in love. Please be still in love with me. Yeah. Are you gonna be in love with me? I want you, I need you to be still in love with me. Say you're gonna be in love with me. You know what I mean? The tenderness.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So what is
It took you
your,
on a journey.
oh my gosh. It's kind of like you just sitting here like, okay, you're gonna keep going. Just sing the whole night. You know, I don't know how much footage this will hold, but we'll just stay right here and we'll just keep
Oh my
listening.
gosh.
Oh
We'll
my
stay
gosh.
right here, folks, on 99.9 FM. We're going to keep it rocking and rolling with you.
That's right, because we have one amazing legend here on our hands. Let me ask you, what is your practice like? Like, what do you do to warm up? Like, whatever you can share, but like,
Mhm.
what's your warm up sessions? Like, how do you get mentally ready? Like, how do you
I,
get
I,
ready to
I
go?
got a regiment. I do like the tea, and that's usually like every night before I go to sleep. But when I have a show, I got tea with the honey, throat coat tea. A lot of musicians use that.
Yeah.
And Ricola. Those are lifesavers. And I've got the steamer. I saw someone on Instagram one day with one. I said, let me Amazon that real quick. The little steamer that you kind of like, it's portable.
Yes. Does that
Um,
work, by the way?
yeah, saline solution and water. So instead of just drinking water, which really kind of dehydrates you, this kind of keeps it a little bit moist for your
Okay.
show. And but like practicing, I'll either record because like when you're recording, it could take a while, and you're
Right.
just trying all kind of different things. I like to record to practice, or I'll just try to think of the highest note I have to hit on a show, and then go from there and go down. You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
I'll just try to you know scream out a few things, but yeah, I've got a few little tricks up my sleeve to try to keep myself
Okay.
ready to roll.
Wow. And so when I think I saw you did a collab with a young lady and I can't remember the name, but it was at a performance. It was amazing.
Well, we did just one recently last weekend. It was at the Dakota in Minneapolis, and her name is Monica. Not
That's her,
Monica. It's
yes.
Monique. It's
Monique.
Monique. And
Yeah.
Monique, she she's amazing. So I mean, when I sang that song with her, a lot of people don't know this, but we hadn't even practiced it, and it sounded crazy. And when I look back at it, it's like, man, you could have swore we had like a full rehearsal in for that.
Are you serious? It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it was beautiful. I saw the clip. It was beautiful.
Yeah, so that was fun. I was really looking forward to doing that song with her because um not like I was trying to manifest it or something, but I was like I need to
Yeah.
do a song with her, so that was great to have that experience.
Wow. And so and so with your history and your career, are you looking to you have like albums, you have multiple albums out?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
from
which
2009. I started in 2009. And
2009, okay.
yep, like making albums on my own and writing because it's always funny. People are like, you need to do your own stuff. I'm like, all you got to do is research because if you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know.
So, and some of those albums are featured on, reality shows like Love After Lockup and Portlandia. all these different things. So I've licensed a bunch of material too. So I've been trying to
Okay.
be busy, but I was kind of flying under the radar for a while until social media blew me up on TikTok.
Right. And I remember hearing you say, and I think you did an interview, and I can't remember who it was, but you did. You're right. You were under the radar because you mentioned it, of
Hmm.
course, not that you meant to be, but you were under that radar. And
Yeah.
then you got over, was it like 1 million views on that
2 million
one?
views are
Two
on that.
million?
So amazing in the garage. Love
Wow.
has truly been good to me. And not even one sad day, a minute have I had since you come my way. I'm happy to sing that song all the time. You know what I mean?
Over 2 million views, absolutely.
I'm happy. I'm grateful.
Wow.
Never expected that. I'm truly grateful to have this opportunity to really kind of create a legacy, not only for my family but for my daughters to have
Yeah.
something to look up to. You know.
Wow. And so when you did that amazing in the garage, were you just practicing? Like, what were you doing? Were you
No,
just
this
like
is
out in the garage, like, I'm
no,
just gonna
this is the
sing
funny
it?
story. This is the funny story. So I like the garage because it echoes. It's got really good acoustics. But that particular day, I wasn't feeling it, and somebody was just like, you need to remember who the hell you are. Go
Okay.
down and do your thing. And I was like, fine, whatever. And so I did it
Okay.
with attitude. I was not I was not feeling like in my zone.
Yeah.
And surprise, surprise, I post the video, and it's like everybody and their mom loves it, and I'm like, oh,
Wow.
so I guess I'm supposed to be doing covers representing some of the greats who people haven't forgot about, but who people still want to hear.
Oh, wow. And so when you saw that, did that inspire you to do more cover songs? Like, or
Oh
was it,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah. Then
yeah,
I figured out immediately, like I was like, what are people doing? What's going on? So I paid a lot of attention to social media to see exactly how people were moving and whatnot. And I was okay, this is what I need to do. So, and it's intimidating. There's a lot of talent out there. There are people who are,
yes,
in my opinion, I feel like they're better than I am. And, but it's just what I do that I
yeah.
think matters to people. It's just, my particular lane and style that people love. And I'm grateful to have, you know, that.
Wow, that's phenomenal. What do you like to do for fun? Like, what do you do when you're not recording and with your daughters?
Yeah, I mean, I usually go work out. I wouldn't say it's fun, but sometimes it can be. Um, but creating new music is
Yeah,
really fun. But outside of that, I love sci-fi and this isn't Seattle. If I was in Seattle, I'd be hiking all the time, climbing
yeah,
up mountains and whatnot. Um, but yeah, I mean, here, I spend a lot of time just trying to be creative, because I'm so busy. But
right.
in my before I had children years, I love music. I
Yeah.
love movies. I could sit there and eat popcorn until my lips just fall off. You know what I mean? That salt. Um,
Uh,
but I'm just a real low key person. I love art. I love nature. That's kind of recharging for me. So
yeah.
for all you men out there who think you're super tough and you just think things bounce off you, you need to always give yourself a little bit of you time and love yourself and
That's
take yourself
right.
into nature. Give yourself some peace and some quiet so you can think without the phone, without nothing but just God's beauty to help you recharge. So yeah,
Oh, that's great. That's actually called mindfulness because you're
yeah,
being mindful of yourself, and
you do. It's
that's a
important.
beautiful thing because sometimes, Darnell, we get caught up in the hustle and bustle,
Yep,
and same for women, just like for men, and we
yep,
don't. And I think women by nature, they're just like, I got to take care of the house, I got to do this, but
yep,
you
yeah.
hit
But
it right on
you gotta take care of you. If
you got to take
you
care of you.
when you start feeling yourself slipping or you're feeling like
Yeah,
it's a little too much, you gotta say, okay, pause and do something that fills you up inside. Not
yeah,
it's not a person, it's not buying things, it's the simplicity
that's
of
right.
trying to figure out who you are.
Oh, that's beautiful. And do you ever get your fans like, "Oh my gosh, I got married off of your song," or your
I get a
song
lot
just
of, I get a lot of people wanting to get married off the song. They're like, you know what? I
really?
haven't found him yet, but when I do, you need to come through. I'm like, okay, okay, okay.
Wow. So
Yeah,
you
I get
get
a
a
lot of
lot of
that.
inspiration behind those songs. I mean, I see them on
Yeah,
your comment sections, and it's just, your gift, your gift.
yeah.
It's unbelievable, and I'm like, where were you like? Why come I didn't see you like 10 years ago? Because when
That's
I saw
hilarious. Yeah.
you actually on social media is how I heard you, the amazing song, and then I responded. And I will ask you this. And now I'm going to make a statement. So I do want to say this to you and your management team.
Yeah.
You all are the most professional, heartwarming individuals that anyone can ask for, and
We appreciate
reaching out to management or you, and you're so humbled about it. And so I want to put that, here on this show, on this statement, because you don't have to do that. You
it.
don't have to do that. But to give back to people and to the fans, that means a lot to a lot of people. So
Yeah,
we appreciate
they're the
you
reason
guys
why.
for that. You're
Yeah, they're
amazing.
the reason why we're here, and I appreciate you saying that. I mean, for me, at this stage in life, everything has to be very intentional and very, very deliberate. So I'm, like I said, I'm grateful to be here, to be able to be interviewed. Like I've never imagined in a million years that I'd be doing all this stuff right now, and to have a good manager, who's got my back.
Right.
That's hard to find. You never hear about that
No, you
on
don't.
VH1 and MTV and BET. You hear all the bad stories, but there are good people out there, and I think
Yeah.
there's a fine line between trying to be great and then keep yourself safe from all of the spiritual attacks that happen
Out
along the
there.
way,
That's
so
right.
that might throw you off and
Yeah.
put you in a place that you don't want to be. So I'm very grateful that I got people in my corner that I'm like, I ain't gonna upset these people because I respect them too much. Sure, I respect myself, but I don't want to piss them off. So we
Absolutely.
don't stick with the program and do what we're supposed to do.
Absolutely. And you know what? You brought up a good point. I you guys are just amazing. I mean, like I said, this is something, that we all look for, and interviewing, different artists, and I'm just going to bring up one. I'm not going to say the
Yeah.
name, but I
Okay.
did an interview with someone and they said exactly that, like the
Yeah.
hustle and bustle of
Hmm.
this business and the artistry and the politics.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, hey, you got to find when you find someone like you have your manager.
Mhm. Yeah.
She's amazing. They're amazing.
Yeah.
So like you said, you want to be by those people that got you 100%. And I know they got you because every little step you take, they're right there with you. And that's the kind of business that you want to run with. Those are the kind of people you want to roll with and that you know that you can trust at the end of the day. I
Yeah,
mean, point blank,
to the younger people, if it don't feel right, don't do it. I don't care
don't
how
do
much
it.
you want it. If it don't feel right, there's a reason why it feels that way. So
That's right.
listen,
Gut.
listen.
What is that called? Gut instinct?
Gut instinct is for real. So if you're not
Right.
feeling right, it ain't sitting right with you. Then that's your spirit saying no. Just take a pause. Wait for the next one because there's always going to be another one.
Always going to be another one. Do you ever run across different situations when you're out? In the business, like going to different venues and things like that? What's some of your great experiences that you've had?
My favorite experiences are the meet and greets when I meet people and they want to take pictures and
Oh my God, it's
and
amazing.
just
Yeah.
and just kind of like share with each other how they enjoyed the show, but I enjoyed them being there and cheering me on. So it's not easy to always realize your dreams, but when you have people that are rooting for you and just
Yeah.
appreciative of what you do, that always helps.
I mean, and you'll have those fans for a long haul, and that's how you build.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see, an artist that's out there and like, forget not that you have to,
Right.
don't get me
But I
wrong,
know what you mean. I
Darnell.
know what you mean. A lot of
Yeah.
people are like, I'm everything and then some.
And then a bag of chips.
Yeah, and then a bag of chips, and I'm eating by myself. I hope you get one.
Or
No.
some crumbs.
Some crumbs. Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
need
throw
that.
you some crumbs and be like, go on your way, and that kind of, but and I'm going to say this 50-50. And sometimes you have to have some firmness because
Mhm.
you got some that'll go out, you got to protect yourself as well.
Yeah,
But when you have
yeah,
those long-standing fans that that are safe and, not all over the place, you love that and you respect that. And that makes you hungry for doing more because you know that your music and
yeah,
your style is resonating with a lot of people,
yeah.
period.
I agree with you, and it's like I'm done with keeping all this cool stuff in the studio. I'm ready to bring it to people live. So that's really why I'm here today. I
Wow.
want people to hear, what I hear, and see their reactions and see how they feel about it, and just I want to make people feel good, just like when I was listening to music back in the day. That magic, that chill, you get, oh man,
Right. Like,
Let me
man, let me
rewind that like 10 times because that sounded so damn good.
exactly. Now let me put that on what is it? Shuffle
Repeat,
repeat.
yeah,
Let
shuffle,
it just
repeat.
keep going.
Yep, let it keep going. And I did that a lot growing up. I mean, you know, perfect example for today's artist, not today, but my in my era, Joe was my all-time favorite. And I to date don't know a voice that is that dope. You know,
Okay,
that of a living artist, his voice is the voice.
it is the voice of all time. Now, you're talking about Joe. What is
Hmm.
that song? I listen to it all the time. I should know what it is.
He's got all the things. One of my favorites.
Uh,
It's is that one or is that
wait,
babe? I wanna do all of things your man want to. Every little, I'll do them for you. Hey, baby, all love, your tenderness. I mean, that man knows what he's doing. You
I
know,
got one. Here it is. All that I am.
yeah, that's a really good song. I don't know it by her, but that's a really good song. All that I am. Um, that's a good one.
Yeah,
He's
it's
kind of like putting his soul on the line on that song.
yeah, that's a finesse. That song is a finesse song. And if you learn that song, oh my God,
Oh, okay.
you would mirror him because your voice and the way you carry, your
Yeah.
vocals, it's like right there. I mean,
Oh,
that
well, he
song
had
is
he had an influence on my recordings,
beautiful.
especially when I was with Second
Yeah.
Nature. I literally tried to make everything as cool as him. I was like, "That's the dude." I'm like, so yeah,
He's
um,
I think he's touring overseas right now, isn't he? I think he's going
probably.
overseas.
I have no idea, but
Yeah.
the memory of what I experienced when he first came out always
Yeah.
lives with me. So if I ever get a chance to meet him, I don't even know what I'll be saying. I would just be like, dude, write a song for me, please.
Like please, no, better yet, let's
Let's
collab.
do a duet. Let's do a duet, man.
That's right.
Woo.
That's
Make me work.
right.
He'll make me work. That's what I like about good artists like that. They'll make you work for it.
Right.
So, you're not going to just be able to sing halfway. You need to come with it.
Come with it. Now let me ask you this. Do you get a lot of requests for collabs? Like how do you look at people individually as far as collabs, or do you even do that?
I don't get a ton of requests, but I collab with Jordan Johnson on What If. That was super dope. And then
Wow.
I got a new one coming up this month with Omar Wilson, and that song I'm just so curious to see what the reaction is going to be. So now I have to like be more creative than what my stories and whatnot and say yes, no. What do you think? I need to hear it because
Okay.
I'm it's a in my opinion like a real hardcore like R&B song that just gives people that feeling.
Wow. Now how can the viewers reach you? I know you're on Insta. Oh my God, you're on
Mhm.
Instagram, TikTok,
Yeah.
Facebook.
So on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, I'm Darnel Alexander Music, but that's
Okay.
Darnell with one L. And um, for anyone watching this interview, watch out for the scammers. So if they're coming at you asking you, for anything besides support, it's not me. So that's what I'll say.
Same here, because they're out
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
I saw that, what you put out, and I have to
Yeah.
do it every now and then as well.
Yeah, they're messing with
Because,
people, and they're messing with people. I get people messaging me
yep,
like, I've been talking to you for a while. I'm like, are you sure? Because it's not me. I'm here to help you now. Let me reel you back into reality that these people are playing games with you, and
yes,
you don't want someone to do that. If they can't sing to you the way I do, or if they don't FaceTime you, then it's not really worth
that's right.
entertaining.
That's right. Or
Yes.
ask a question that only you know what you ask the person you've
Mhm.
been in front of. And so,
Yeah, I
because
heard one of them was trying to charge $500 per
to do what?
subscription. I was like, you got to be kidding me. So when I go out on tour, I don't want nobody coming at me looking at me crazy. Like, no, I would
Yeah,
never do such a thing.
no, what you're saying, I have one account, people, on each.
One account. Stop playing, people. One account. One Instagram, one TikTok, one Facebook, and YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
So
I
we
saw
don't
that. And it's
we
out
don't
there,
mess around.
it's out there because I get them too. And so, it's kind of like that mental
Yeah,
capacity of you put it out there, hey, this is not me. Watch the uploads, watch people doing this or making
yeah.
comments, and I'm done with it.
I care about people, so
That's
I'm
right.
definitely gonna speak my mind and say, look, you guys are putting all your support and love behind me, but just
That's
know I'm
right.
not gonna be coming at you all crazy like that.
Right, and that's not your mentality, and it is definitely not mine. So if I said something to you, you know what? Screenshot it. Let's talk about it, and then I can do a lot of things to verify if it was me, but I don't do that. I try not to kind of go back and forth unless it's, the
Yeah.
fans that are like, "Hey, I like your music," but all
Yeah.
that other stuff,
Nope.
nope. But it's
Hey
not us.
baby. Hey baby. Hey.
Ma,
I'm like, no.
you said you were going to take me out on a date at your show.
Yeah, no. Stop playing.
Yeah, stop playing. Don't want you. No,
Sit your yeah, sit
sit it.
down.
Sit down. I don't want.
Sit down.
No, no, one person. Don't want you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bye. Yeah. So
I'm about my music
that's
and
right.
girls and I do care about people and I don't have time to you know I've
Play
been
the
down
game.
that road so I don't want to do it to other people.
Right. And not only that, Darnell, when you do love people, it's great to put that shout out like, hey, it's not me, but it's also keeping you safe as well because
Yep.
what people don't understand that the little thing that you do are the comments.
Yep.
A lot of people
Hmm.
think nobody would ever believe that in their lifetime. You got a lot of folks with a mind that would believe otherwise. And so
Yes,
you personally
absolutely.
putting it out there from you, that means
Yep.
a lot to the dedicated people that wants to know. So like for instance, if I hear something, I'm like, hey, that's
Yep.
not correct. It is what it is. You don't have to
That's right.
like what I say, but I'm going to protect the people that I care about. And that's
Yep.
just me at the end of the day. That's my fans and my
Absolutely.
person. So
Yep.
that's it. So
That's it.
I like that how you put that out there because I put it out there every now and then. So people, if you see things floating like people uploading, you know, fake accounts and saying they're people's
Yeah.
partners, no, it's
You
not
know,
true. So
you
I'm
know,
just like Darnell.
but they'll put the blue check. I'm like, the check ain't the face.
Nah,
The check goes by the name. Come on
thank
now,
you.
people. Come
Right.
on
It's
now.
like now the person I saw is not the filter person I'm looking at. So okay, but I'm good.
So yeah, yeah, I do care. So from time to
That's
time,
right.
I post. When, I see the follower count go up by a certain amount of numbers, and I'm like, okay, all you new people here, be aware, they're coming for you.
Yeah, and they are, and
So
it's getting worse now. It slowed down for a minute, but it's starting back
yeah,
up, and I'm pretty sure it's
yeah,
because of everything that's happening. So, do you like
yeah, that's
to,
true.
when you travel? How do you like to travel? Do you like to? Well, some places you actually have to fly, but like, how do you like your travel? Like, what's your experiences behind it?
Well, normally it's flying, but I'm not a super huge fan, but I'm very confident that God's got my back, so I just roll with it and fly the
Oh,
friendly
that's
skies.
right.
But mostly, yeah, mostly it's just flying.
Wow. And do you have a regimen for like, okay, I know I'm going here. Like, are you that OCD person that's like, I gotta have this here and I gotta have this here? Do you do
No,
any of
I'm
that?
not super. I'm not super OCD, and most of the stuff I bring with me, so I'm ready to go. So I show up, and I got
Show
what I
out?
need. That's it. Yep, show up and show out.
Wow. Wow. Thank you for being on this show. I mean,
Yeah,
we don't come across people like you every day. And like I said, you guys are just your hearts and who you are. That's I think that carries a lot for people the most, the fans, is just anybody. And so we definitely appreciate that. But I want you to take us home
yeah.
with amazing.
Oh yeah, you did ask for that, so I'm gonna pop
Oh,
this something.
absolutely.
I'm gonna see how this sounds, so we're gonna do it. Let me get ready for this. Can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Is there anybody out there in love? Yeah. Could somebody please tell me why no one tries to stay in love anymore? It's like everyone has an excuse, but that would never be us, girl, 'cause you are just so amazing, a one of a kind type of love. I swear you are sent from an angel. God knew my heart needed love. So he sent me you, and that is why I look in your eyes. I can never get enough of your love. Oh no. And your mind is so amazing, so much smarter than I am. You're my educator, my motivator. Whoa, girl, you are amazing. A once in a lifetime of love. I swear you are sent from an angel. God knew my heart needed love. And anywhere you go, that's where I'll be. 'Cause there is no other place for me. Because there's nothing greater than love. Girl, 'cause you're so amazing. A once in a lifetime of girl. And 'cause you are sent from an angel. You are, yeah, my, 'cause that's what you are. And sometimes I just wanna hold you and hold you. So if anyone ever asks you, baby, just tell him you're mine, my mind, my mind. And I just wanna keep it close. Your friends say we be doing the most. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. You know how they used to do the outros back in the
Wow.
day, all the way through the end.
Wow.
Oh, thank you. That was fun.
Wow.
I haven't done that in a while,
Amazing.
just so you know. I've not done like a live sing on for a minute. So, thanks for asking me to do
Oh, thank you. Oh, no, we appreciate it. Of course, this is going to be like pure everywhere. Well, I mean, appropriately, I
that
got to make
appropriately.
sure you're safe.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's great to have you on this show because, when I look at or even your fans, when we look at like you on the internet and on the
yeah,
social media and the way like you carry your heart and everything that you do. And I'm not saying like none of us does. I mean, we're
yeah,
musicians too, but you don't find a lot of people that are like driven, like not driven, but dedicated, like from the heart. Like you're out there on that platforms, like you communicating, like this is my next. And there is a lot of people that do that, but you do it from a whole different style. If that makes sense, your style is unique.
I'm always thinking about, um, how people think and how they respond to certain things. So
Yeah.
my creative juices are always flowing, and I'm always wanting to do stuff to just keep people either on their toes or keep people excited about something. Maybe reignite something inside them that was missing. I just want to just
Wow.
try to hit everything.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I keep saying amazing because it's amazing, just like the
Yeah,
song, amazing.
literally, right?
Right, wow.
Yeah,
And so I do have a question. It might be like your manager, but I'm not sure. So I have the S&K magazine that I feature, like different, people that, it's a newly online magazine that I'm doing. So I would love to have you like on a cup, just like basic
I
like
would love
cover,
that.
not like like your whole life history of like when you went to bed,
Right?
back in the third grade. It's
Yeah,
more of spotlighting you, like
yeah,
the interview and things that we've done.
I
That
love
way
that.
it's kind of like personal, but it's not like information that you haven't put out. I
Yeah,
don't put anything out that's not public.
yeah,
So it's kind of like, touching base on what you talked about in the interview, and that's pretty
yeah.
much that.
I love that idea, and I always like as new people come on board and find out who I am. It's things like what you're talking about doing that allow people that care, and want to kind of dive into the life and times of a artist that they get to see that from your and my perspective.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta you have a gift. I mean, I know you have a gift, but you don't understand how much of a gift that you have. I mean,
Well, let me tell
it's
you,
crazy.
I'm just I'm just really trying hard to convey, you know, the ability that I have
Yeah,
to people, and I think it's special. So I feel like I need to share that. You know, I mean, a lot of times you never hear that from an artist, but I do feel like what God gave me is something special because when I'm recording and I hear it, I'm like, wow, you know, I hear it back myself as a listener, and I'm like, that's super cool. Or I'll be like, why don't you try it this way? So a lot of things that I do are based on what if I was the listener? What if I was the observer? So that's
right.
where I'm coming from it.
Right. Do you ever, so when you drop like your tracks and stuff like that, do you ever like second guess yourself? Like, oh, if I put this out, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I gave it my, not that you don't give it your all, you give
Yeah.
110, but
Mm.
we're critics of our own music, our own, like what we do. So have you ever put something out and go, now I don't know if this one's going to top anything else that I've done. Have you ever had that before?
That's usually with the videos. So like all the music I put
Yeah.
out, I'm very comfortable, very confident about what I'm putting out, and I feel secure in it. When I put out a video, it's more like sometimes I'll test market stuff to see. Like when I did O'Brien, You and I, it's originally by Stevie Wonder, but I was like, you know, I grew up on this. I wonder how many people are gonna like be hip to like remembering this song. And I don't know if it'll be popular. I don't care
Yeah.
if it's gonna get views or not, but I just want to see if it's gonna like reach somebody. And how cool was it? Mr. O'Brien came on my page and was like, dude, that was dope. That was cool. I was like, whoa, you know what I mean? That's super crazy because I grew up with him, you know, listening to
Wow.
his music and his records.
Can I hear a little bit of your version? I'm gonna keep you
Yeah,
here all
here,
night, so
you and
sorry, but can I hear
I.
a little bit of that?
Oh yeah, here we are on earth together. It's you and I. God has made us fall in love. It's true. I've really found someone like you. A lot of that is close to
Wow.
his the way he phrased and sang the
Right.
song, but I just try to put it in my tone, you know.
So, there's another one. One more. I'm sorry. I have to do it.
Request
I
line.
said, when I get you on this
You
show,
remind me of some of my best friends. They'll be playing request line. They're like, dude, can you just
just do the
hit that
interview,
one song?
lady.
Hit that song, man.
Do the interview. The People Bryson
People
song,
Bryson.
By the time this night is over.
I don't know that song.
No,
The songs my favorite song by him, and the one had heavy repeat. I'm still into you. Feel the fire. Reaching for the sky. It
really.
was that era. I got
Yeah.
stuck right there, and that's where I got stuck. Him, like with Luther, like my favorite songs are not the most recent ones that he had done, but they're the ones that I grew up with in the '80s.
So those were like the ones that you really kind of like, oh, the 80s. Yeah.
I know them backwards and forwards. That's my jam.
When you do okay, I got one. I could keep you here all night, but I have another question. So when you do the covers of different artists,
Yeah,
how do you, because your voice, like you can carry your voice from a Luther to a Peebo, like to
yeah. To
you kind
Babyface,
of,
which is Babyface, Brian McKnight. You know, it's crazy. So I just do the songs that I'm feeling, that I feel some type of way about, that I feel like fit my voice, you know, and everything. So yeah,
so more like so like if you hear like their songs, like do you feel like okay, so they have that same vibe, the tone that
yeah.
I have, so
They
I
have the
can
vibe.
pull this off?
They have the vibe that I like. They're singing in my range. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow. You're very, I'm telling you, your gift. I mean,
Thank you.
we want to thank you for bringing that gift to the
Yeah,
world
thank you
and
so
you
much.
keep on shining. I mean, you're doing some amazing things.
I
And one
appreciate you.
day you're gonna be up there on that I don't know where you're gonna be. I'll be like, I did an interview like a
Yep.
long time ago.
Yeah,
Don't forget me.
that's right. Yep.
You're amazing, but thank you so much for being on this show. And of course, I'll get it clipped to you, and then that way, like Instagram only, I think they only let you do like so many
Yeah,
minutes,
free.
but I'm not going to put a full version on the
Right.
Instagram, but I'll
Yeah,
have it on
just a little
YouTube.
piece. Yep.
Yeah. Just a
Okay.
snippet. They don't need, if you want to look, you need to go onto the
Go to YouTube.
platform so that way
That's
they
right.
can see the whole thing. Because I want to
Yeah.
make sure they get the full the music, your tone, your sing. Oh,
Thank you.
just everything is
Absolutely.
just it's crazy. You're
Thank you.
amazing, but thank you so much. I appreciate you and your management for sure. And I'll follow up with her, her with the email
Yeah.
because it's a
All right.
blessing just to have you guys
Yeah. Thank you for having me on.
come
I'm
on here. I
sure.
appreciate you guys.
All right.
Keep being amazing. You're gonna see me out there going, "Oh my God, I love this song. Can you play
Yeah.
amazing again?" You're gonna be like, "Lady,
Right.
I didn't sung the song on the thing. Can I mean, but that's what it's about.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
that's is what it is about. So yeah.
Well, stay in touch. You know where to find me.
All right. Thank you so much. I know where to find you. And you know what? When you have a show like in the area,
Yeah.
where
Where
I
are you
can
at?
get to. So I am out of so I do a lot of work out of LA.
LA.
I do
That's what I
some
thought
in
you were LA.
Illinois. Yeah.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
I'm trying to
Well,
make my home like LA more.
yeah. Yeah.
So
All right. Well,
yeah.
we'll be back there. So,
Okay. All right. Well, not just there, wherever you're close, I'm gonna find you. So
all right.
all right. Thank you so much. You're amazing.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right. Bye bye.
All right. Bye-bye.